What's up, guys? I know it's been a while since I had my last video, but I've been busy, and I also got a new toy, my FX30. This camera's been such a great tool to me that I kind of just want to boast about it, and I want to give you guys 5 reasons why you need this camera in your production. My first reason is overheating, and as most of you know, my main camera was my A7 IV. Love it, it's an amazing camera. But when I shot interviews, I always get nervous. I see that little orange overheating sign, and it always makes me so nervous. So now that I have the FX30, it has that built-in fan, and it's not gonna overheat on me. And it's such a good insurance to have that. Whether it's plugged into your normal battery, a V mount, or even plugged to the wall, I can know for a fact that it is not going to overheat on me, and that's the best insurance. Number 2 is shutter angle, and to make it super simple, shutter angle is when the camera automatically sets the shutter speed to match the frame rate. So for instance, if I'm shooting at 24 frames and want to go to 60 frames for slow motion, I ain't got to go back and change my shutter speed. It automatically does the 180 rule to do that for me. That saves so much time. Whether I'm doing interviews and then I want to switch and do B-roll for slow motion, all I gotta do is go from 24 frames to 60 frames and not even think about the shutter angle. And that saves me so much time, and I just love it. Thirdly is gonna be the tally lights. Whether you got the front, the top, and even on the back. No matter where I am, I can look at this camera and see that I know it's recording, and that if I could tell you about the times I've had 2 or 3 cameras set up, and then the thought in my head that one is not recording, it just stresses me out. So the fact that I can look at this thing no matter where I am and know for a fact it's recording is just the biggest lifesaver. I love that. Number 4 is definitely the size, because like, look at this thing. Like, it's literally the size of my phone. Well, hold on. Yeah, it's barely the size of my phone, and that saves me. And that is amazing, because I've had my A7 IV rigged out almost like 7-10 pounds, and it is exhausting. But this camera, when it's fully rigged out, maybe about 5 pounds, and that means it's lighter to go on the gimbal, it's lighter to go on a tripod, and it's just the biggest back saver. 5th is going to be Cine EI, which is what I'm most excited to talk about. So with Cine EI, your ISO options are just your base and your maximum, which means I don't have to worry about grading my footage. I know that either 800 or 25,000, I'll be good. And there's been times where I've shot and I've gone to 32,000, or I've gone to like 58,000, and it's just terrible and grainy. Now that I know I have the max volume there, I don't have to worry about that anymore. Bonus tip is actually gonna be LUTs. You can actually load your LUTs on here. And so now when I'm filming, load my 3 LUTs I use, load them on here, and now the camera is showing me what it'll look like with LUT. It's not baked in, but it's giving me a preview of it. And that is so great, because now I can actually go and change my lighting if I need to. I can change my composition if I need to, and it's just such a lifesaver. Now let's talk about who this camera's for. Sports guys, mainly because of this crop sensor camera. Every full frame you use will be a 1.5 crop. So your 70-200 will become a 105 to 300. That's absolutely insane. On top of that, you have 4K slow-mo and also 4K 120, which we don't talk about, but it's amazing. And sport videographers, mainly because of the crop sensor in it. I know some people think of it as a downside, but truly it's actually an upside when you think about it. Because no matter what lens you use, what full frame lens you use is going to be a 1.5 crop. So your 70 becomes a 150 and your 200 becomes a 300. So that's a lot of coverage on the field, whether it's football, soccer, hockey, you're literally in the action. Interview videos. So like I said with the overheating, whenever I did it, I would be worried that it would just overheat and then shut down on me. Luckily with the built-in fan, I can plug it into the wall, a V mount, or even use my Sony batteries. I know for a fact it's not going to overheat on me. And that's the biggest insurance you can ask for a long shoot day. Travel videographers. So Because the camera is so light and small, it's easier to transport. For instance, I actually took this camera to the fair with me and my girlfriend and put a pancake lens on it, and you couldn't tell it was a cinema camera. So I had this nice, powerful little camera with me that was good in low light, had these cool angles, and then I could just walk around with it. I was even on a ride with my girlfriend, literally on a swing, filming her on the giant swing, and it's just so awesome. Lastly, production shoots, mainly because of Cine EI and also that LUT feature. With Cine EI, you're stuck with 800 or 2100, which means there's no grain. And with the built-in LUTs, you know how your shot looks exactly before you even put it into the camera. So the way I use this is that I can actually get my lighting and composure set up, and turn on my Cine EI so I can see how my LUTs look. So now I have more assurance for when I go into post. I know it's not gonna be grainy, it's not gonna be wacky, because I actually had it preset already in production. Alright guys, that's it for me. Have any questions, please put it in the comments. Let's talk about it more. Let's maybe talk about the possible FX3 Mark II if that ever comes out. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.